Elliott with a long-range strike that would see Liverpool advance for the next round. Wolves out. It has, of course, been a miserable run for Liverpool of late. Is this a big deal, Stevie?
I think it is. You know, a victory always gives everybody a lift. And to do it in the manner they did against another Premier League side. And when I say that, I'm not talking about silky soccer or completely destroying a Wolves team. I'm talking about a step up from what happened at the weekend against Brighton. And what happened in this game was a togetherness, a good strategy. They kept the ball well. They didn't cough it up. And of course, Harvey Elliott topped it all off with a great strike from 30 yards. So there's a lot of positives to take out of this game, of which, against Brighton, there were zero. Against Brighton, you're against a team that's flying. You're against Wolves, a side that's all about survival. Hence a number of changes going into this side today. Liverpool's second string got the job done. How does that really affect things going into the Chelsea tie?
It affects things because, as Stevie rightly points out, against Brighton, you were just that dismal that anything is going to feel like an improvement. Anything is going to be a boost to the good feeling around the club, maybe even to confidence. But you're absolutely right. On the face of it, this is not a great Wolves team, as good as they've been under Lopetegui. They've beaten West Ham and Everton and Leeds of late. Those are barely scalps by this Premier League standards. But you get the job done. You needed something to happen because of how decidedly poor you were against Brighton. You make changes, at least those players come in and say to Jurgen Klopp that if you do need to make more changes to the starting 11, to the team that featured against Brighton or may feature against Chelsea, we're giving you something to think about. Because it was, I think, the most pleasing thing for me, no association with Liverpool at all, was how gritty they were to finish the game off. That is something that we've not seen from Liverpool for quite some time.
But gritty against a Wolves side who could have played all day and not scored, Stevie.
Yeah. Look, it depends. You can look at it from that point of view that you weren't playing against a great team.
I just feel like I just feel these kind of different roads that we're on. Obviously, Liverpool with regards to the Premier League and Liverpool winning the FA Cup. I don't quite get the crossover of the two.
Well, winning to any football club makes the place a better place to be. People walk around with a smile on their face. And I can assure you, when you get out your car in the car park and walk into a football club, having gone through somewhat of a crisis, there are a lot of sad faces. And everybody's kind of hiding. Compared to you win a game, it's the FA Cup. You're going to be playing at home, it's a big game, and you're also going to have the crowd behind you as well. So everybody's moving into the weekend off the back of a victory in the FA Cup and a victory and a clean sheet. So all of those things that went wrong at Brighton, which there were many, I'm not saying they got covered up by this performance, but it showed that the players that did play can do what's needed.
Have any of those players done anything to affect the team selection for the weekend?
I honestly don't believe so. I think probably Konate will play, I think Gakpo will play, but I think regardless of tonight's result, they would both be playing anyway.
To your point, though, Dan, about this Wolves team, you're right. Wolves probably still out on the pitch now and mightn't score. But looking for positives for Liverpool, this is the same Wolves team that scored two in the first encounter between these two. So again, at least that's
better in that first game.
You're looking for improvement. If you're Liverpool and you're having the kind of season you are, you're clinging to anything as an improvement, and at least there's that.
You've got to remember, Dan, you're I don't think you get this. Liverpool are coming from...
I know, but they were bad again. They couldn't have been any worse. They've just beat a rubbish Wolves side.
That's the whole point of the victory that lifts everybody.
Right, okay. I just feel like it's at a false dawn.
We've had those before this season with Liverpool too.
Yes, we have. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.